They were always our stupidest neighbors. Hello, Tim Haldeman again, here with another episode of Tales of a Bit Actor. This one goes back to 1987. I got cast in an episode of a sitcom called Family Ties, which was a huge hit in the 80s. And of course, the breakout star of that show was Michael J. Fox. Now, the episode dealt with the family planning a surprise birthday party for the mother, played by Meredith Baxter Birney. I got cast as Roger, who was a neighbor, and with my wife, Christine, we burst in through the kitchen door the afternoon of the surprise birthday party, yelling surprise and, of course, spoiling the surprise birthday party. So we feel very embarrassed. We said, we'll come back later. We leave, and that's when Michael Gross said, they were always our stupidest neighbors. But really, the point of this episode is about Michael J. Fox. When my daughter, Megan, who was 8 years old at the time, found out I was going to be on Family Ties, she said, oh my gosh, Dad, can you get me a signed picture by Michael J. Fox? I said, well, sweetheart, I'll try. Now, they already had pre-signed 5x7 pictures of the cast all signed that they handed out on tape night, which was Friday nights. But I thought, what the heck? So on Wednesday, coming back for lunch, I said, Michael, do you think I could get a signed picture from my daughter? And he said, sure, no problem. He said, but this is what you have to do. Go to my assistant, get the 8x10, get a Sharpie, and stick it in front of my face, because I'll forget. I said, no problem. So the next day, coming back from lunch, I said, Michael, I had the picture, the Sharpie. He said, oh, yeah. He said, now, what's your name? I said, Megan. How do you spell it? Meghann. Wrote it out. Love, Michael J. Fox. I said, Michael, thank you so much. It's going to mean a lot to her, and she's going to come to the taping. And he said, make sure I meet her. So tape night comes. We tape it. It's a good show. A lot of laughs. And after the show, the audience is filing out. I get Megan. I was sitting with my wife, but I got Megan, and I brought her down to the stage. And I'm standing there holding her hand. She's all dressed up. And they probably had, 30 people milling around, congratulating each other. And here's Michael J. Fox, and he's given a hug to a friend of his. And he looks over the shoulder, and he sees me, and he looks down, and he sees Megan, and he gives me a little nod like, I'll be there. Finishes with his friend, and he comes over. And first thing he does, steps in front of me, he sticks out his hand and said, Tim, great job. Really, you nailed it. And I said, thanks, Michael. And then he stepped in front of Megan and he said, hello, my name's Michael. What's yours? And Megan was speechless. She was in awe. But here's the thing that I thought was so cool. The first thing he did was congratulate me on a good job in front of my daughter. And then he stepped in front of her and had a few words with her. He's such a class act. And Michael, if you ever get a chance to see this, I just want you to know I appreciated it. And you are a class act. We'll see you next time.